listen, the charts are bold. DD bands rapping stories untold. Riding with rockets through your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hold never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every trade hope never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rockets, scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their throne. Checking the charts with your AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, tracking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in all its splending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. All right, so today we had a record-breaking stream. We had the biggest morning stream we've ever had, ever, in the history of this channel. Incredible. For the first time ever in the morning, we get 15, 20,000 views a day on this channel. This is the first time in the morning that we've ever broke 10K before lunch. Not only was it 10K, it was almost 11K. I'm sorry, my bad. Can you guys hear me? That's crazy. And this is the biggest live stream My Funded TV has ever had, because 1,000 of you knuckleheads went over there and watched that too. Really appreciate y'all coming over there and hanging out with us. And you know, it really means a lot to me. It really does. So you guys know, I locked in profits to secure some payouts. Like I said, I've got 2 accounts I'm pushing together to get the biggest payout in my Funded Next history for Funded Next futures. I think I have to get 150K now is what people are telling me. So those accounts are pushing nice and fine. The other ones are just regular payouts. So secured some of that in today. So I basically traded, I had 5 accounts at the long side here on the stream. I grabbed those 5 S&P micros right at DD band before I left earlier this morning. Market dipped. I grabbed some NASDAQ and I just held on. Once it made its run and NASDAQ hit the profit targets that I needed to get, I closed them out, and S&P is still kind of sitting there. I could do a little bit more on some of these accounts, but we'll see. I do need to do something in this one, but man, I don't think there's more upside here, but I'm not going to short this. Refreshing to have some in the industry doing something right. Well, that means something to you. I appreciate that. I know this might sound a little weird and arbitrary, but I need to make $600 in one account to actually secure another payout. Should I just randomly short this? I know there's a no shorting rule. God, I'm gonna get, that's like famous last words. I need to get, but not shorting in general for the trend, but I need to get $600. I bet you I can catch that just scalping some 20-point noise in NASDAQ. Famous last words. Somebody keep my hands off the button. Somebody said free plastic 1,000 times. Appreciate that. Somebody said Pakistan, Virginia, free plastic. Is this like a secret code? If I decode it, do I win a prize? Like, what's going on here? This is cryptography? I feel like I gotta decode the German Enigma machine to figure out what it is you're trying to say, man. Drugs are a hell of a drug. Yeah. Bro, meth, man. Not even once. This is like, and they had those TV ads in the 80s for a reason. You know, I remember my first crack rock. Let me tell you. I mean, today pretty good. How's it going with you, man? How you doing, Nerf? How do I read the VIX? Oh, dude, go to My Funded TV today and watch the last 20 minutes of that show. I just gave a 20-minute speech on VIX. I did have the legal math. I did. I do remember my first time ever taking Adderall recreationally. I was at a party and I had a test coming up, and I grabbed my books and I took them into the that's where I had a prescription. That's why I knew I needed a prescription for it. I was like, everyone's partying and drinking, having a good time, and I popped an Addy and I sat there and I was studying for my chemistry test in the middle of a party in a room at the house, and I was like so focused, I didn't even know there's a party. I was like, okay, this stuff actually works, but not anymore. Don't take it anymore. I've already given you guys all the speeches about Matt is drug free these days. because I have to, because I can't, my blood pressure is crazy. Somebody's saying free. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Like take that shit to somewhere else. No. This is a day trading stream, not a shopping mall. You go out in front of the mall with your signs and picket, block traffic, whatever. This is day trading. No one cares. Nothing personal. You know, bless all the people in this world, but this ain't the place for it. This is a math stream. We don't care unless it affects the market. Am I entering the Tradeify Grand Cup? Yes, I am. Let's go. He just posted a bunch of gibberish. He was saying like free Pakistan, free India, free Palestine, just spamming stuff just to be spammy. So there is a free, also free Virginia. You know, Virginia has been oppressed for many hundreds of years. That poor state. Let me tell you, free Texas. Actually, free Texas. Oh yeah, we had the free pickle movement here for a while when Pickle was in jail for 2 weeks. When we sent him to doggy boot camp, there people were like hashtag free Pickle because Pickle was imprisoned at the dog trainer. Free OJ. Yeah, so I think they are just being silly. Free payouts, free rocket scooter, free everything, free bird. Yep, that's a good one. Free Hugo. Hugo, blink twice if Steven doesn't let you leave. Like, you know, imagine like Steven's got him like chained to the floor, like, you know, he's got like a cuff. It's like a chain to the floor and he's stuck there until he shorts the 95s. Steven won't let him go. You know what I mean? You short the 95 and a halves, or we can't let you go home. Does he let you eat? No, we're just kidding. You go blink twice if you need help. That's funny. Okay, so for the rest of the day, it's really hard. I have a no shorting rule above the DD band. The last hour of the day might experience some selling pressure. In times like this, usually it's the last hour of the day. It's not midday, but like anything can happen. I'm afraid to push the short button on such a strong bull move. I usually don't. Although I do need to make like $600 to secure one more payout. Like I should just wait a day and have good form on my trading and not be a degenerate gambler on this. You go long if you need help. No, if he goes long, Steven's head's gonna explode. You know, the brilliant robot that he is, he wouldn't understand. It's like dividing by zero. I don't understand. Don't understand. No, you know what I mean? He logged the 95 and a halves. It was like dividing by zero. Oh, dude. No, they're just, dude, there's so many funny things that we've experienced this year. They're like memes just happen. We're like the show Arrested Development, man. You have to like be here every day to understand every joke. I interviewed Stephen Kalajian, and the whole time I was interviewing him, he was talking to some trader that was sitting behind him named Hugo. And just out of the blue, he would just be talking about something that he would interrupt his own speech and go, Hugo, did you short the 95 and a halves? And Hugo would like look at him. Hugo, why didn't you short the 95s? Hugo, I told, and like the whole time he was just griping at this guy he's mentoring. But it was very much like that. So, you know, and it was so oddly specific. Like, did you short the 95 and a halves? And then a couple of minutes later, it was like, did you short the 94 and a halves? And we were like, you know, trying to follow Steven's brain was very hard to do. So Hugo he looked confused and he looked like he was in distress. So, you know, it's kind of a hard act to follow, you know, reading Steven's mind would be very difficult. But he kept shouting at Hugo and making fun of him in the interview in front of everybody. So we were like, free Hugo movement. Yeah, poor Hugo. He just got thrown on the spot. I don't think he was going to be in front of a bunch of people, but he just kind of was like, I think he's mentoring with Steven. So, but everyone here just kind of memes the event. So basically it was like when the market was going up, there's like, they short some of the upward movement for like 2 or 3 ticks or points. I mean, they short for like a couple points, dude. His trades are like seconds long. It's like rapid scalping. And so Steven's great. You know, he's on my funded TV, but his whole approach, like, you know, trying to talk to him, we got some good questions in and he got some good answers out of him. Like when I was asking, so I said something about candles. I remember I was like, so when you look at the candles, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, candles are for birthday parties. Some of that quote was pretty funny. That made me laugh. He used like range charts, or I don't know what he uses, but he's like, candles are for birthday parties. So that was kind of funny. Yeah, Hugo just kind of smiled, like slightly awkwardly, but like I think he was just like, imagine like me mentoring you guys in like a very like boot campy style where I'm like yelling at you to shape you, yet you were in front of an audience. You know, it'd be like a little nerve-wracking, I would feel like. Yeah, but the whole event was golden. It was fun. What advice would I give to people who want to make $10 million? You're not going to make it in one thing. I'll tell you that straight up. The first thing you should do is focus on making $100,000, right? Extra on top of what you do. $100,000 can scale you into anything. You can invest part owner in a business. You can buy a business outright. You know, that money can build something that makes money every month. You know, 100,000, buy into something that gives you a $5,000 a month check. And then, you know, a couple years later, you got another 100,000. Now you're getting 2 checks every month, and then 4 checks and 8 checks. Then within 5 years, you're making $2-3 million a year. Within 15, you're making 10 off your first 100,000, right? It's diversifying and scaling out. Don't be like, I'm going to make 10 million as a trader. I'm going to make 10 million in my first business. I've had 18 streams of revenue, multiple businesses, all kind of stuff. And the idea is that you try to spread out your risk in case one thing fails, other things don't. And so to make 10 million bucks, I say is work on your first 100,000, then work on your next million, then work on 10, and start to scale out like this way. And then learn how, like, find different places to go, I guess, with your stuff. Like with trading, especially with like trading and streaming, a lot of my streams of income, I'm leveraging off of the same thing. So saving time also is useful. If those 10 or 15 things you try to do are taking up all your time and pulling you all over the place, it's going to be pretty hard. But imagine this, right? I trade for a living and make money. Great. I put a camera on me to trade for a living and make money. And the camera makes me some YouTube money. It's not a lot, maybe like 3,000 a month in ad revenue. Okay. And then I've got affiliate codes. I trade the same. I'm not doing any extra work for making more money on top of the same work. So the idea is extra work. An example would be the bootcamp. It's not a money maker for me. It's just something I love to do. If you do one thing and you can do it and get paid 2 or 3 times for it, that's what I call the golden ticket to becoming a multimillionaire. Leveraging your same skill set to make additional money from what you already do. Here's an example. Say that you have a bakery and you're trying to sell cookies and you're the best cookies in town. Why not make an Instagram channel and become a baking influencer? And now you're selling baking products with the same post advertising your cookies. Now you got a 2-for-1, right? And the goal in the modern age, you can 2-for-1, 3-for-1. And some of these affiliate guys on Twitter are like 10-for-1. They got like 10 or 20 codes they're popping out, right? For the same amount of work. Leveraging your skill set that way and utilizing social media for additional streams of income are the quickest way, because not only are you building a brand around your service, but you're building a brand around you, and you're the valuable part of the service. You're creating customer base, creating additional revenue, creating partnerships, and you can scale one skill set multiple times that way. So whether you want to open multiple businesses to become 10 million rich, or you want to open one thing and scale it differently, like what's that guy, Hermosi, right? He's just the guy that talks on social media. He hasn't really produced much, but then he worked his way into producing things. He was a part owner of a school and a part owner of a couple different things, leveraging his personal brand. So I tell people the quickest path to $10 million is to build your personal brand and have it be versatile, to use it to scale existing work into multiple revenue streams, and also use it to build a customer base for any business that you have. Use fame that you've built to leverage to other things. Like example is Rocket Scooter, right? The small amount of fame that we have from that, I built Rocket Place. It launches next year, fully launches. And Rocket Place, I'm going to launch a business. Hey guys, I made a marketplace for trading businesses. If I was nobody, well, maybe it might take off. But if I'm like, oh, that's Matt, that's the guy that won the trading contest. Oh yeah, he's a trader just like us. Yeah, you know what? I think I heard of him. Yeah, let me have a meeting with him. I'd love to run my business on Rocket Place. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is it's like scaling off of your personal brand into other endeavors that are slightly similar as well. So this is helpful advice, maybe. I don't know. Not all my revenue streams are trading related. You know, some of them are. You have 100K, what business should you get into? Well, that I can't tell you. Like I would say that business is like a relationship. It's like a marriage, right? You have to get in something you absolutely love, because you're going to have to like slave over it, worry about it, know all the numbers, be obsessed with it and the market and the customers for it, the products inside of it. You have to innovate inside of it. You're gonna have to be passionate about it. So whatever you get into, you have to be passionate about being a leader in the space. The only way you're gonna make money in business is if you're a leader in the space. Any joker can open a coffee shop, you know, pull in their 100 grand, open a coffee shop. But unless you're innovating in the space where you have something unique, you're not gonna stand out and really survive amongst the other people that are passionate. Same thing about trading. You can't casually become a successful trader. So get into anything that you are passionate about putting that money to work in. Something that you just love, and you're going to have to focus on it all day, dream about it, Google stuff about it, scroll in your bed, scroll about it. Are any laundromat related? No, but that's on my list of cash cow businesses. I've always thought about getting into a cashless laundromat. But IDOC and I have settled on a couple of new things. We're actually developing a brand new custom unique fitness concept. And she's spearheading the whole thing. It's a whole new thing, which I think is pretty neat. I believe in it too, because she's her idea is pretty cool. So like, and she's obsessed with fitness. I mean, she's like, you know, yoga, Pilates, fitness snob. So I think investing as much money as possible in the stock market is a good move. I don't think it's a bad move as long as you're diversified. I mean, the stock market definitely goes up most years, you know, and that's pretty good. I don't think investing everything in the stock market is great for tax purposes. You know, I mean, you have to hold it for long periods of time to get the tax break. I think diversifying is certainly important. Now, again, I'll tell you right now, I have $0 invested in the stock market. I don't invest in the stock market. The returns aren't that good. I don't. Other people can. No, I completely axed my 401k. I don't have a 401k, nothing. I've taken every dollar out of the stock market that I had put in the stock market, paid the penalties, and invested in other things. IDOC has 401k. I don't. I had one when I was an engineer. That was like 15 years ago. But you know, in the 4 or 5 years I was working, it didn't really accumulate that much money. And ever since then, the money's compounded many times over with whatever endeavors that I've taken on. So I'm my own retirement. Whatever I end up saving up on my own. You're only passionate about trading, LOL. No long-term holds at all. No, I don't believe the stock market's a good investment. Over time, it grows. There's better Let me start over. I don't think it's a great investment. I think it's a good investment, but you know, I can make 3 to 10% a year. Like, I don't want to wait a whole year to pull 3 or 10%. You know, I can make fantastic returns in all my other endeavors, much more than the stock market. I don't have Bitcoins, none of that, no. But again, let it compound tax-free. Right, like the Roth is the smart decision, and I've actually been thinking about doing something like that this year, like a tax-free investment account, which is useful. Yeah. But the thing is, for me, it's like, you know, I didn't have much in there to begin with because I only had like 5 years of work. So I thought about doing a Roth as my next sort of like, okay, I'll probably do that this year sort of thing. Yeah, but that, like I said, that's just me and my weird brain and how it works. Don't pattern your life after me. I'm weird and different. For the average person, putting money in 401k is a fantastic investment. It's probably the best investment you'll make. It's moderate risk, you know, diversified. Your stock market's going to probably be going up when you retire, so not a bad investment. I'm the kind of person that will have $250,000 and I'll risk it in something that'll vaporize it to zero. Just you put that in the stock market, it won't go to zero. There's less risk in the stock market than investing in something as a business, but more risk, more return, right? So. Can I give us some pointers? Okay, so again, the pointers are like part of my business endeavors are like, again, like an example is if I had this cool business idea, right? And I told people what I did, then other people would copy it, then I would lose market share, right? So I'm a little secretive about some of the things I do just because competition, but also, like I said, find something that you love. Let me give you an example. A buddy of mine, he's valedictorian in my high school. He went to become a chemical engineer. He came up with a business idea that, you know, Barbies, right? Barbies are like fashion, and so are like Hot Wheels and things like this. They come out every year with new versions of it. And the stores completely just replace the old with the new. It's called mark out of style with fashion, right? Clothes, every time a store is like 70% off, 80% off sale rack, clothes are just manufactured to keep pushing fashion out. They take so much of those clothes and they hit the resales and the resales. Like you're going to have Neiman Marcus. Then at the end of the season, that shit goes to Last Call, which is their discount store. And at the end of that season, that shit goes to Ross, like, you know, TJ Maxx, right? And so there are whole businesses built out of marked out of style items. So my buddy made a marked out of style for Barbies and Hot Wheels and like Mattel toys. Once they get marked out of style, they hit the discount bins or whatever. He gobbles them all up, flips them, because there's a whole online marketplace for these kind of items like collectors and things like that. And not only did he build a multi-million-dollar business out of just flipping toys, he built a multi-million-dollar business about flipping everything, Legos, whatever. He buys them when they're out of season, out of style, at bulk discounts from stores, and he has his own warehouse workshop, his own warehouse. That's now a huge distribution facility that he upgraded from his garage to like a thing that like 40 trucks can pull up and ship shit out. And the guy like literally lives like a retired lifestyle off the grid. He just sits back and collects money. This guy, if you think I'm smart, this was my valedictorian in high school. This is the one guy that occasionally would beat me in the math tournaments. This guy was like super duper smart. And yeah, he just kind of like right out of college built this little toy empire flipping Barbies and Hot Wheels, dude. And like, I remember watching him on Facebook. He's like, here's my first million. Here's my first. Then he like went from his garage to like building like a warehouse, and then a big warehouse and a big shipping facility. And it's him standing in front of like these, you know, giant pallets, like it's a Costco of just toys and stuff. So it's like, you know, guy loved toys. He was a collector of stuff, right? He found a niche that worked for him and decided to just build this sort of business around it. And the idea is if you love it, you know, you're going to know everything about it, the value of it, the customer base. You're a customer. What do the customers like? Well, you'll know because you like it, right? What a weird and unique business idea. Because there's always, you know, who buys year-old Barbies? Everybody. Because that shit's expensive. Imagine your daughter wants a Barbie, and you can't afford the fancy new one, but you can afford the ones that he bought for, you know, a tenth of the price and marked it up 30% or 40%. You're getting it from 40, you know, 60% off of what the store would sell it. It's just last year's model. Your kid wouldn't know the difference, right? And so, you know, his sales go through the roof at Christmas time because of just average working class people wanting to buy a brand new toy for less money, right? So the kind of when you think about it, when I get inspiration, is like, what a clever thing, right? He's like, there's a huge market for it. He's like, the people that shop at Target can't afford these things at Target, because that's the people they're shopping at Target. The lower middle class, working class folks, they're going to Target and they can't get their kid all the toys they want. And so last year's model, I can get it for 10th. I'll buy them in bulk from the stores because they can't sell all of it. And it flips it, right? Pretty cool. And so just coming up with like a unique idea that nobody's thought of is kind of thing. And so like fall into your passions. Like, what is it that you love doing? What did you love doing as a kid? What do you love doing now? Can you leverage your love of something into that obsession into like some kind of business or something, right? That's kind of like the idea. So just think outside the box a little bit. It's my inspiration for you guys. His name wasn't Jeff. But I remember seeing one of his Facebook posts was like, my first $1 million made, and the kid was in his 20s, you know? I was like, damn. Always one of those people that you're like, you know, his mom was our math coach. And so you always knew that, you know, this kid was going to do something big with his life. Always knew it. He was like me. He went and got a chemical engineering degree and didn't even work as an engineer. He just did it because he wanted to do something. He got a full ride to UT, full scholarship, perfect SAT score, you know. I'll see if I can find his business, show you guys the website. I don't know where this website is. Bum, 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 bum. I have to find it and give it to you guys. But anyways, hopefully that's, you know, thinking outside the box a little bit. You always end up on the discount side of clothes. Explains the way you look the way you do. Oh, that's funny. Hey man, like it's new to you. That's all I have to say. What do you think in Q? Probably still going up. Like I don't feel that the market's coming down or selling off, but I mean it could. Like this is like a no trade spot for me, so I'm just gonna chill. Part of like the modern day way of making a business is to build a business and a social media brand around the business at the same time. That's automatically 2 streams of income for the same business. You affiliate some products under the same line, that's 3 streams of income for the same business. Like somebody says you like woodworking. Well, look at this. You build stuff, you sell those things, you get people to watch you build stuff and sell those things, ad revenue. Then you leverage that growing follower base to sell tools with an affiliate code, 3 lines of revenue for 1 job without having to do anything else. No extra work. You're leveraging your time into 3 separate streams of income. And as you get bigger, they all feed into each other. More people, more sales, more opportunities, bigger affiliates, bigger customer base, then they represent you, then they promote you, then you get even bigger. And the circle just sort of like explodes itself up. I'm a guinea pig for that in the futures industry. The affiliate pathway blew our stream up, right? I mean, this is part of brand building. I mean, any smart person in the modern day would use social media as a leveraging tool to enhance everything circularly so that they all grow together. And then you network in parallel. So another thing is to network up and network in parallel. An example is you do something that spreads out 4 different places at once. I'm day trading. I'm I've got prop firms talking about me on a TV show right now. And then I got Pat Whelan, a competitor, talking about me on his show with one thing I'm doing. So I'm in parallel networking. I'm building a brand in 3 places at once, and I don't even have to be there, right? Clever. Be clever like that when you're growing. You know what I'm saying? So try to be smart about networking out and networking up. Another clue, help you guys out with some of your goals there. Does that make sense? In series means you do one thing after the other. In parallel means like currently right now, you know, I've got like 2 weeks ago, I had My Funded Futures posting about me on their website. I had Pat posting about me on his Twitter, and then I'm streaming on YouTube, and I didn't have to do any extra work, right? So the idea is put yourself in a place where you can network this way, where you get other people talking about you. That's really the goal of this. So, and always network up, never network down. Like, I have an example is somebody asked me, hey, I would love to be on a podcast with you. And I said, oh, so what are the rates? And they go, no, you don't have to pay us to be on our podcast. And I was like, oh, no. You're paying me to be on your podcast. How funny you would think it's the other way around. Like, I didn't say that to be condescending to them. But when you want somebody bigger on your show, they were small, right? The idea, and I wasn't trying to be condescending, the idea is they had 100 people watch their show. And it's like, when you want somebody bigger, you pay for somebody bigger to give you a bigger funnel. So you need to network up, and it's going to cost you money to network up. So that's going to help you build a brand as well. You have to pay to network up, and don't network down unless they pay you and it's worth your time. So, yeah. So when I was like, what are the rates? I was like, you know, $5,000 an hour, I'll be on your podcast, you know, because that's marketing for you. You'll get a huge, I won't get anything out of it. I'm just cutting an hour of time. And so when you guys are thinking about building, you know, when you're starting off, you want to build small, you need to build up and like basically find somebody just like a few steps ahead of you. Maybe you get 100 views a day, find somebody who gets 300. Like, hey, let's work together. They're close enough to you, they may give you an audience, right? Then build up there. And then once you have 300, then find somebody that has 5. And once you have 5, somebody has 1,000. You might be reaching for the fence to be like, hey, I know you have millions of followers and I have 0, but can you take a bet on me? As you grow like through the ranks and any kind of, I went through coaching, by the way, on how to do this. So this is from like social media brand building experts. This is kind of like what helps you build any kind of business. That's really helpful too. Network up and within reach. If you go too far out of your reach, it's gonna cost you a lot of money to hire somebody bigger to give you some clout, promotion. So the natural, cheaper way is just to network up in steps. Out and up. Up is somebody slightly bigger than you. Out is somebody's talking about you and you don't even have to be there. Networking out is the trick to virality, by the way. I win a trading contest, thousands of people are talking about me, and now you have to put in a lick of work. An example of that, be present in the community you're at, excel at it so other people talk about you when you're not there. And then that's great advice. That's the secret to virality. Parallel networking out that way. Oh, that's some advice for you guys. This is just regular like brand building advice, not just trading. So an example is like if I built Rocket Place, right? And people are like, oh, I run my business through them. It's great. Then they tell their friends who tell their friends and tell their friends. The word of mouth aspect of networking out is really powerful. If you have a good, solid product, a loyal following, and like a good reputation in the space, other people will sell for you for free. You don't have to even pay them. They love it so much. They'll show other people and they'll show their friends who will show their friends, sort of thing. In any aspect of business, it's very important, no matter what you do, or else you're just another coffee shop of the thousands out there. You're another trading streamer of the thousands out there. Is Tori 5,001 per hour? Yeah, probably. But the idea that the podcast was like, yeah, we'd love to feature you on our podcast. And I was like, well, what are the rates? They thought I was asking how much I was paying them. So like, they don't get it, right? And the podcast has been out there for a year and it's never gotten any traction. So, you know, you can try to slowly organically grow that way, but you're not going to find, and all the people that are on their show was like somebody I never heard of. So when you usually work up, it will cost you a little bit. But that's part of the cost of doing business, I guess. Yeah. Rocketplace is an online platform. That's where we have our stuff, right? It's in beta right now. We haven't released it in full. When I say release it in full, it means like we haven't launched it with any marketing yet. It's certainly fully functional now. All the features aren't fully pushed out, but they will be first quarter next year. So like if you have a Discord or you run a coaching service or you have indicators for sale, you've got scanner settings for sale, ebooks, anything. We have a place that takes payment. You build a storefront, just like I do for like my stuff, right? I'm the example of what Rocketplace is. You can have courses on there, one-on-one bookings on there, mentoring on there, handouts, PDFs, whatever you want to distribute as an educational or community-based business content. We have the ability to facilitate that. WAP for traders, people have said that, except more features for traders and less expensive than WAP. A much better version of that. And we started building Rocketplace about the time WAP got big too. We just, you know, like everything else, we bootstrap. So we come up slow through the ranks. We don't, you know, go get $20 million of funding and hire 50 coders. It's just our small team built it. And it's a really awesome site too. I'm excited to launch it. I am excited to see this market run. I love bull markets. I love them so much. I went through some pretty serious brand building coaching this year. IDOC and I went through a lot of rounds. Earlier in the year, you saw us going to a bunch of events, speaker events. Like I said, I even got on the phone with freaking Ty Lopez himself. That fucking idiot. Oh my God. But we were just hitting up everybody in town. Every coach out there, hit up all the events. We went to Aspire and some other speaker events. Got to listen to Marcus Lemonis talk and Kevin O'Leary talk, and, you know, just learning business from like these billionaires, right? And like trying to network as much as we can. We talked to a bunch of people. And I learned the ropes 2 years ago. And I really realized I was approaching business the wrong way. And I thought I was doing a pretty bang up job because we were doing very well. I didn't realize the potential I wasn't unlocking. And then after some coaching, I mean, fast forward now, our brand, our channel is up 5,200% this year. That's a cool metric. 5,200% growth in a year. And applying some of the same principles I was telling y'all earlier about scaling and networking and stuff. Already a poker tournament? Bro, you need to host it, dude. You have to go to the Discord. There's a poker channel. Hold up. Like in the Discord, there's a gaming channel, a poker channel. You guys host it. I'll come play. I'll come out. I'll come jam with you guys. But y'all gotta. There's a poker channel that like nobody has posted it. I made one. Look. I need to make like leaders. And y'all can make whatever events and tournaments y'all want. That'd be fun. You only see gaming? Wait. Oh, so unless you're a member of the Discord, that stuff isn't public. Hold up. Let me make some of this public too. Hold on. It's only for like active members of Rocket Scooter if you have the platform. But what I can do is I can make it not a private channel. Everyone can view channel, send message. I know I'm going to regret this decision, but every time I open those channels to the public, you get like fucking crypto scams and shit. Yeah. Let's make it where people can't post attachments or links. Hold on. Right. Need to make 600 bucks. How can I do it to get another payout today? Wait a minute. Oh, so everyone. Okay, let's make it to where everyone can't post. Files. Okay. But if you're a member, you can. Hold on. I guess should be good. You posted something? All right. I'm telling you guys, after like 5 or 6 dick pics, I'm gonna turn the feature off. So leave it to a minimum, okay? Millionaire in 30 days. You fucking shitheads. Look at you guys already spamming that channel. Love it. Here's another more ruthless trick. Teach you guys something about competitors. Competitors will nefariously try to parallel brand by putting, you know, their name in your mouth, like trolls and stuff. Want to get visibility, right? By, you know, attacking something you're building and then offer an alternative. You know, an example is like so-and-so's pizza smells like ass. Check out my pizza. It's better. Right. And then you go out and defend yourself against their allegations or whatever. And all of a sudden you're marketing for them, which you didn't know you're doing. But, you know, the more of an ass you look in your counter response, the more customers you'll lose. And you're just giving visibility to your competitor. Here's the easiest way to choke out a competitor. Number one, do everything you can to keep them in the dark. As much as they want you to say their name in public, go to extreme lengths to keep them in a shadow. The best thing for the world to understand about your competitors is they don't exist. And you can maintain your market share in any business. Do that. As you get bigger, keep your competitors in the dark. So like, let trolls bounce off of you. Don't engage in stuff like that. You know, remove visibility as other people like try to, like people will come in my Discord and try to post their products or whatever. You know, instead of going in there and talking shit, just quietly delete it. Keep it in the dark. I'm rubber and you're glue. Oh yeah. There's been dozens of people trying to like, you know, piggyback off of our growth. I have a whole science of keeping them in the dark. I had one person try to demand that we give them a channel so they can advertise their stuff in our Discord. It was like, you know, essentially like posting in Discord, you know, advertising their own crap, and I removed it. Then they got hostile, then they got crazy. And they were like, you're gonna give me a channel of my own stuff then, or else I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, let me give you a channel. Instead of just engage, I gave them a channel in the Discord. I made it to where They thought everybody can see it. Then I removed the permission, everybody can see it. And they sat there and they talked to themselves for a year. Occasionally I'd log on with a fake account and engage with it. So they thought there was real people watching it. But I kept them in the dark for a year. Yeah, no one can see it except for a bunch of accounts that weren't actually members. And then I changed the color of that member so it looked like they were members. But the everyone role was just the same color as the member role. Yeah, and they just talked to themselves for a year and they ultimately got tired of it. And occasionally I'd go in there and have a conversation with them about their product. Oh, they'd go through a heavy sales pitch, send me DMs, all kind of stuff. Diabolical. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Had I made an event out of it, it could have exploded into a big thing. Instead, I corralled them into the dark, which is, like I said, when you're in business, you're gonna be clever. Well, they talked to themselves for a whole year. It was hilarious. And the only reason I don't show you is because, again, you know, they're in the dark. But I mean, look, like I said, I play chess in like 4 dimensions here sometimes, and that's what life is like. Almost like you're not going to get rid of me. I'm going to say whatever I want. I'm going to make videos. Well, you know, I'm just like, oh, well, here, you win. Let me give in. How about I give you your own channel? That way nobody can post in it but you. Which is perfect because now I have control over the channel permissions and I control who see it, you know, like I can make it look like you think 10,000 people can see it and make it feel like hundreds of people are watching it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, like I said, that was a like a threatening thing of like, I'm going to post whatever I want. You can't get rid of me and I'll just keep coming back sort of person. I was like, well, actually, this is my Discord. I could say, no, this is my Discord. No, I'm going to kick you out and fuck off. But then the person, you know, will keep attempting. And see, the idea was just, you know, give the bully what they want. It's like when you have a wallet, right? Have 2 wallets, right? Again, if you're scared of getting mugged, have a second wallet with nothing in it. That way, when you get mugged, you give them the empty wallet, which is what I basically did. You just give them, they think they got what they wanted, and then you walk away with your money. Business is cutthroat, man. You got to be smart, but you're not gonna don't let people bully you out of your stuff. Yeah, I've done that before. Some crazy lunatic wanted to promote some garbage in my Discord. It was gonna like you're gonna let me mentality. I was like, okay, yeah. Got you. The decoy phone, right? Yeah. Not buying now. No, not here. The only buy attempt is off of pivots. We've actually got nothing here, which is kind of the hard part. I have nothing to trade off of. Yeah. The government shutdown price action. What I was saying earlier in my funded TV is the government shutdown. It's not like it's directly creating the bad price action. It's that the government shutdown is preventing shit like non-farm payrolls and things, you know, from actually coming out. Like the bull news is not being heard or seen because of the shutdown. Government agencies aren't necessarily, you know, like able to give out the good news that the market's waiting for, right? The market is sort of like devoid of the trampoline underneath it to keep it going. I think that's kind of where we are, you know. The government shutdown itself, I don't think it's causing a lot of the turmoil. You're 700 out of 10,000 in the comp. There you go. Very nice, dude. You got it. So Ninja Trader comp, I didn't get in for the first round. I'm signed up for round 2. So by the way, if you don't pass this one, there's a second qualifier, right? I'm the unlucky person that doesn't get a second chance. So I have to win it on my first attempt. That's the crappy part for Ninja Trader. Well, I signed up for it. It was too late. I didn't think there was a limit. Yeah, second qualifier is already closed. Damn. Debbie, this isn't a currency pair. This is Nasdaq futures and S&P futures. Oh, that you're only allowed to do one of the qualifiers? Oh, okay, cool. So I got in on the second one. What do I feel about a prop firm that wants to be a broker and offers one trading platform and it's been down the whole day, even their stream was on TradingView? Ahmed, I'm not really sure. Can you give me like some more information about that? It's been down the whole day. Like their platform has been down. What platform is it? If you don't mind talking about it, is it Top Step? Oh yeah. What I think about Top Step? Oh God, where do I begin? Like people think they're like, why are you always going on about Top Step? I'm not. This is how Top Step's an overinflated ego is. I say Top Step is like, unless you say they're number one, they come out and troll you. We're number one. We're like the best in the space. I say Top Step is easily like in a top 10 prop firm. And they get so insulted when you say that. It's like probably ranked like 8th or 9th on my list. I rank the prop firms. I have a mathematical model that ranks them based on value. Buy Funded Futures and Funded Next are the two most valuable prop firms according to my model, based on what I value and what you get out of what you pay for. All things being equal, it normalizes them. Top Step is like in the bottom half of the top 10. These mofos will go crazy if you don't say they're number one. I feel like they pay like a bunch of accounts for engagement. They go in there and defend them, like die on the hill for them. It's almost like you feel like you're talking to robots. Like this can't be real people that are this hypnotized by the Top Step model. Maybe because it was the first thing and it was their first experience in prop and maybe they're married to it. But like they don't even see the light. You can literally show that this pays more than this, and then they'll talk around it like something else is better. Like there's no prop firm I've ever noticed that's got like people that are so defensive of it, which leads me to believe it's fake engagement. I don't know. I think Top Step is in the top 10. I don't think it's the best end of the day drawdown. My Funded is better. Even with the core and flex add-on for scale and core, its payouts are better. Payouts per dollar spent per time invested to pay out. Both of those metrics beat Top Step. And Funded Next is a bigger uncapped payout in fewer time. Top Step has 7 days of payout start to finish, as a monthly fee and an activation fee. Funded Next is all in 1 day cost and you get paid out on day 4. It beats Top Step in every category. And I made a post like that and every person there was so mad. Like, oh, what do you got against Top Step? Like, what's about? I'm like, nothing. I just said that this one's better. Like, so people were, they get really defensive over that, the whole Top Step world. Yeah. It's not a bad firm. They do something right. It's just, they were like the first firm that got big, and then other people had better rules and better structure and better payout structure, and Top Step never modified their stuff. So their rules are just a little archaic and like old school. Like activation fee. That's like the model of the 90% off. The activation fee is recouping the cost like of the account. It costs $42 to open an account with Trade-of-8. You pay $20 for your Apex account. When you finally pass it, they make the money off the activation fee. Top Step, monthly fee and activation fee, they make money off of. They're just adding surcharge on top of it because they were first and they can get away with it. But now that there's competition, there's other people that got rid of the activation fee model that are much better value, and like Top Step just kind of got really big really fast, and they were trying to build a monopoly around the Project X thing, and then there's just a million competitors now that are lower prices, better value, you know, and Top Step's only recourse is marketing against their competitors. In reality, their products are less cool than what's out there. Take Profit Trader is currently ranked in my top 5. Yeah, it's ranked 3rd. Fantastic firm. My top 5 are listed on the screen minus Apex. Oh, you can't even see the Funded Next. What the heck? Whoopsie. There's a black box above my head. Yeah, my top 5 in order: Buy Funded Futures, Funded Next, Take Profit, ETF, and then Tradeify. ETF is ranked slightly better than Tradeify because they have better value per account. Doesn't mean they're bad at all. They're all great. Tradeify, single product that I think is making that firm great is the straight to funded. It's fantastic. ETF, the static, fantastic. Those two firms, those are the products that are really stand out in the industry. They both are just fantastic. But those particular products, like Tradeify Growth and Advanced, while good, Tradeify Growth is not better than my funded futures. It's not better than Top Step. It's not better than Funded Next on the offering per price. It's very like, you know, it's certainly top 10, but it's like the other ones are cheaper, better payouts, better all this. And ETF stands alone because they're static, like practically stands alone. It's unique in the industry to have a static with a fat buffer. But yeah, those are my top 5. Here, Top Step's going to remove the activation fees soon. They have to stay competitive. Dude, they're losing market share so quickly. It's incredible. You know how I know? I have graphs of my affiliate sales. I could show you, dude, like there's certain firms out there that you guys just like freaking Funded Next looks like this. Like, and all the other firms are like sort of like doing this. I can tell like where your tastes go as far as, and like what you guys like is cheap. That's what everybody goes for. It doesn't matter the back end promises of here's the better live account. You guys are too smart for that. Most people realize live isn't the deciding factor. Top Step's big argument was our live is better than my funded futures is live, which is true. However, nobody gets to live, so it doesn't even matter. The idea is I posed this question on my Twitter one time. I go, what's better? To pay $2 for a lottery ticket that has a very small chance of winning, like very, very small. To pay $2 to possibly win 100 million, or to pay $1 to win 50 million. So let me ask you guys a question. See if y'all can answer this. This is a good thought experiment. The guy that came up with this thought experiment won a Nobel Prize for it, by the way. Okay, so what's better? To spend $2 for the same odds, like 1 in a million chance. Okay, this is your odds of winning, 1 in a million. To spend $2 to win 1 million prize, or to spend $1 for a $500,000 prize. Which one is better? The payout to price ratio is still the same, 100K, 500K per dollar. Which one's better and why? Give me a why, the $1. If the odds are the same, Metamorph, you're right. Metamorph is right, but if they're the same odds, the odds are the same, 1 in a million odds. The odds are the same in both cases to normalize this question. Odds are the same. So Top Dog says less loss than the $1. There you go. You can get 2 tickets for $1. Okay, damn it, you guys finding holes in the system. Okay, you can only buy 1 ticket. Yeah, you can only buy 1 ticket. The odds are the same, therefore it's implied you can only buy 1 ticket, but I'll explicitly say they can only buy 1 ticket. You smarty pants are like, I can buy 2 tickets and increase my chances. You could. So let me remove that. In reality, it's just comparing the price to the value, not to 2 tries. All things being equal, you get 1 try. Okay. 1 try. If the odds are the same, you only get 1 try. So that's definitely implied by the same, you fucking knuckleheads. Listen to you guys. I've trained you too well to find holes in the system. You're trying to find holes in the damn system. Okay. So in reality, when the odds are the same of winning, what's the better option? To pay slightly more for the bigger prize or to pay slightly less for the smaller prize? The answer is there is no difference on the surface, correct? But there is a bigger difference when you look at the set result. So there's 2 different players here. There is you and there's everyone else. Okay, everyone else. These are the 2 groups inside of this competition. There's you and there's everyone else. You plus everyone else equals all. Okay, so all is the group of all. When you make a little matrix on the expensive price, everybody, which is all, you and everyone, pays $2. In system 1 versus system, let's call them system 1 and 2, so that way they match 1 and 2. System 1 and system 2. In system 2, all players pay more than system 1. So in system 2, all people have a bigger loss. Okay, all people will lose money. Bigger loss, okay? Because everyone pays 2 instead of 1. All have a bigger loss. For 1 person in the everyone else category is 1 who's not you. For 1 person to have a bigger win, okay? in the all group or the everybody group, the majority of that pie chart are people experiencing a bigger loss, and only one person gets the win. So almost nobody wins, right? Everybody pretty much loses, and everybody has to pay more to lose. In the example number one, everybody has less of a loss than in number two. And the one person who won, the only detriment is nothing. They won just a lesser prize, but they won a prize nonetheless. So in the example of number one is like the Nash equilibrium, when everybody collectively as a group chooses a lesser loss or a lesser prize collaboratively so that everybody can at least win something together, it's called a Nash equilibrium. And it's mathematically the correct, more valuable approach to any negotiation. You want to know about prize for this, by the way. And the idea is that collectively, the group benefits more here because everybody wins something. You and everyone else who don't win, and you plus everyone else was winner. Sorry, I left that person out, winner. Okay. In number one, you, winner, and everyone else pay less than number two. So automatically, everybody in one is winning over everyone in two because you're paying less. You come out ahead in group one. Only one person comes out ahead in group two at the sacrifice of everyone else being the greater loss. So in group two, more people lose more than in group one for one person to win more. So when you analyze the set of all, the majority of people win more, paying less for a lesser prize. And that sort of thing is what happens is like the top step out there, right? Top step will say, you know what? We have a better live program. All right. So they're the $1 million prize at the end. After payouts, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know how many payouts you have to get there. Our ultimate prize is better. And you're going to pay a little bit more, but it's going to be a better prize at the end. And something like My Funded Futures is like, yeah, but we're cheaper and better payouts along the way. Like these payouts are small, these payouts are slightly bigger, but the cost is $1 versus $2. It's the same argument as $2. I made this, again, I don't expect most people on Twitter, especially the top step TED suckers, to be like very accomplished or astute mathematicians to understand what a Nash equilibrium is. But the idea is that when you have the cheaper account, that most people maybe make a payout, if that, maybe 0.0001% and get to the second payout. The lottery prize is not won by anybody. So it's impossible to compare that as being value to the system. It's the same argument about the lottery ticket. If you're going to pay more for a prize you'll never get, then you're just losing more up front. The majority of people are just going to lose more with all the activation fees and stuff. Who cares about the Better Life program? That's 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of people. You see what I'm saying? So when you guys are comparing prop firms, just look as far as like the first payout, maybe two. I'm telling you guys this, nobody pays me for my math opinions. They pay me to talk about their products, but left and right, only think about as far as you're mathematically going to get, probably the first payout or two. Does this make sense, everybody? But the Letterman jacket is worth the extra $2? Absolutely it is, right? But you understand what I'm saying? You might make it to your first, maybe second payout. Statistically, you're not going to make it to a third payout. So your value is your cost for the most part to get that first payout. Look just as far as that first payout, maybe the second payout. Don't look for what does the fifth payout look like and the fourth payout look like. The odds of you even receiving that benefit is so small, it's not worth the consistent losses to maybe get there. Sure, you might lose a lot more up front. Sure, you might get the prize, but then you'll just be making up for a greater loss you experienced over a longer period of time. It's much better up front in the prop space when there's a huge failure rate. It's just like a lottery. You must take the better prize. Now, the example with the other thing is that would you try to pay $1, if I would have phrased it this way, $1 for a 500K prize or a $2 for $1 million prize, if I gave you these other options, that the dollar lottery ticket of the 1 in $100,000 chance had 20,000 prizes that paid the dollar back. And this other example had 10,000 chances of paying the $2 back. Like you got a prize just for maybe getting one number right? Again, with the total number of participants, you have a bigger chance of making it break even than you do here. So even this with a smaller, more frequent prize is again a better system for everybody mathematically, right? So the idea is the consolation prize. Like you don't get all 6 numbers in the Powerball right, but you get like 2 of them right. Which one has the better prize of getting 2 of them right? Higher odds of you getting 2 numbers right and bigger payout there. So you have to analyze a prop. Again, I work as a prop consultant. I know the math. You only want to look as far as your first payout because the odds are you won't make it to the second one. Do we all understand this, you guys? Trust me, when you're comparing prop firm to prop firm, don't look at what's 5 and 6 and 7 payout and the live account look like. Assume you won't get there. And just look as far as the return on your first investment. Statistically, you might make the second payout. Rarely will you make the third. Early in your journey. And that's where the top set people are like, yeah, but the live program is better. I'm like, yeah, but the live program is the lottery win that nobody gets. You can't charge more for the lottery win. Like mathematicians would see that and go, that's not a better system. For most people, you're looking at your bottom line. You will make more money not using Top Step because it's a lesser loss with a cheaper firm. Imagining the case that you're going to blow up anyways, no matter what you do. That particular, so the best trader in the world, if you are the best trader in the world, your job is to get the best maximum price because you're going to win. If you're the worst trader in the world and all you do is lose, then your win is the cheaper cost because you're going to lose no matter what. You might as well pay less, no matter what you do. So you fall on that spectrum somewhere. The most people that are having a hard time getting payouts start looking for cheaper firms that still do get payouts. And that's all I got to say. Like that's really like the math Aaron said. And also when the payout's available, just take it. Yeah, you may regret it. Every day you're in the market is a chance you blow up the whole thing. Yeah. If you suck, yeah, like LOL. He said like, if you suck, just suck cheaper. Right. So you don't need to go out there and buy like the most expensive accounts. Like a lot, like the value of my funded being now like $74 for a possible $3,000 payout. Look at it like that. Holy crap. I can turn 74 into 3,000. Don't be like, I wonder what the live program looks like. You're not there yet, right? The ROI on $74 to 3,000. Oh my God, right? That's 20x. That's literally 20x your money. That's a huge ROI on that value. Like 500 futures with the scale add-on is a tremendous amount of value. It's a 20x, right? Is it 40x? Oh, for real? I thought it was 3,000. Oh, you had to make, that's right. We had to make 6,000 and get a $3,000 payout. So technically it's 40x, but you pocket 20x. Yeah. So the other money, it doesn't, remember, it's not real until you close the trade out. So it's not real until it's your bank account. So realized gain is 20x. Yeah. 20x realized with buffer left over for your next payout. Yeah. Giveaway time. Yeah, let's do it. But you guys know what I'm saying? Like I try to make the stream where I challenge you guys to think a little bit more. The top step clowns would argue, man, well, we have like a better live, and I'm like, look, I'm a mathematician. Don't argue the bullshit marketing with me. I see right above it. I'm levels ahead of this. The equilibrium is better, that it's better for the net sum of traders to take the lesser loss than it is for the one trader to get the bigger win. And you guys understand what I'm trying to say with that, right? In the movie A Beautiful Mind, it was represented so beautifully. Like there was like 4 dudes. John Nash himself, as Russell Crowe played him, was sitting there in a bar and some hot girl walks in, like super hot, and they were all like, oh my God. And then she had like 4 friends with her that were like, you know, she was like a 10 out of 10 according to them, and her friends were like an 8 out of 10, right? And they were all like, all right, gentlemen, who's going for the blonde? And like, may the best man win. And they were like, I think I'm gonna get her. And then he was like, guys, I got a breakthrough. How about if none of us go for the blonde and every one of us go for her friends? They were like, you're crazy. If this is a way for you to get the hot girl to yourself, then by all means. He's like, no, guys, listen. And it was kind of funny how they presented it. He's like, if we all go for the main prize, we'll block each other. And then because none of us win, because it's annoying to her, then we go secondary to her friends and nobody wants to be second choice. So then we all lose. He says, but if collectively we all ignore the main prize and each one of us go for the friends, then we all walk away with something. And in the movie, he goes, it's the only way we all get laid. And then he like runs out with his books and shit and goes and starts writing down this theory. That's not how he really came up with it, but in the movie is a really funny way to do it. So the idea is if you collectively go for the lesser prize together, you all at least win something. So you take a lesser loss together rather than everyone competing for the top spot. This works in so many different ways of business. I play this game on my phone. I do the same thing. I have a game on my phone. Don't laugh at me, but it's one of those, whale games or whatever. And every night there's a train and you get 4 slots to pick on a train, and the train goes and comes back with prizes and rewards. Now, the best reward may have, like, of the 100 people, there's RNG. Of the 100 people, the movie's called A Beautiful Mind. It's kind of a dramatized version of the history of John Nash, the mathematician, won the Nobel Prize. It's really cool. It's Russell Crowe was in it. It's actually won a bunch of awards that year. So in James Horner wrote the soundtrack, which was like one of my favorite soundtracks in movies. Okay, so in the game, there's a train. You can pick one of 4 slots. You have 100 people in your group. They give out 5 slots. That's it. So you get to pick which slot you want, but you can sign up for any of them. And the RNG will choose whoever goes forward, and then everyone else won't make it. So the example here is that this prize might be an A+ tier prize, and this might be a B tier and a C tier and a D tier. And only 5 are chosen, but as many can sign up as they want to pick which one of the ones you want to go for. And you'll see like 30 people clamoring in for 5 seats here, and RNG is going to throw out 25 people. And you might see 10 people there and 5 there and 1 person there. And you're the last person walking up to this. Which line do you get in? Do you go for a very low probability for a high prize, a slightly good probability for a low prize, or a guaranteed probability for any prize whatsoever? And I always choose this, and I always get something every time. I never clamor for the RNG to throw me out 5 out of 6 times for the better prize with the lower chances. I take the guaranteed lesser prize every time because I get a prize for sure every single day in this game I play. And at the end of the day, my little prizes add up so many more times than somebody that gets 0, 0, 0, 0, and then occasionally might win a big prize. I've cleared more value of quote unquote prizes in this game by taking a guaranteed lesser prize with a lower loss rate. Your job to go for the lower loss rate is always a better option in competitive games. The lesser loser is always usually the bigger winner when you add up a prize that has a very high loss rate. And again, he won a Nobel Prize for this with mathematical methodology. All right, enough nerd talk, you motherfucking nerds. Let's go. Fun index, baby. Type it in. I'm gonna take a leak and I'm gonna go check on the pavers outside. Be right. I told you guys I like to talk about nerdy stuff, but I like to explain it in a way that's easy to understand too. Negotiations over territory, right? Everybody accepts a lesser thing than what they both want, and then you come up with a negotiation. Negotiations are built off a similar principle. You find a common ground where everybody at least wins something, not when one person completely defeats and destroys the other party. The fact that both people leave less hurt is better than one person leaving really hurt and one person winning. Everybody at least gets something. So everybody is like kind of like equally at loss, and that's actually considered the biggest win for the group. You must do not what's best for the individual in the group, but what's best for the individual and the group at the same time. And that's really what Nash Equilibrium is about. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So, hey, where is the leaderboard for the Ninja Trader competition? Can somebody post a leaderboard or like where I can go? Actually, you can't post links in here. What the fuck is my... Oh, here it is. It's actually insane right now. Okay, how do I find Ninja Trader Arena Cup leaderboard? How can we see the leaderboard here? You guys can't post links on the stream, but do you have to log in? Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Let's check it out. I'm logging in. Okay, guys, we'll do this in just a second. No, I don't want to log into that. All right. What the hell? Why am I breathless? Dude, I ran up like three stories, dude. So I ran up 3 flights of stairs. Hold on. So where do I log in at? I'm at Ninja Trader, account.ninjatrader.com. Is that the right place? Let me know real quick. And I'll do the giveaway. I want to check out this leaderboard. Where do I log in at? Arena? Ninja Trader Arena. Is this the right place to be? I'm here. And when I log in here, right? So I'm logging in. Okay. the fuck? My account is even here. Maybe I'm logging at the wrong place. Hold on. Hold on. Let me... I swear, maybe I'm logging into the wrong place. Oh. Because that's not my... Oh, I get it. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. Ah, okay. I know why. That's not my login. Okay. All right, logging in. Okay. Alrighty, that's it, Ninja. All right, Arena Cup. Logging in. Logging in. But every time I log in, it's like redirecting me to the... Hold on. It keeps redirecting me to accounts. I need to go to Arena. Okay. Log in, sign in. There we go. Okay, view details. All right, where is the... Okay, so I'm logged in, but like, hold on, let me make sure hold on, make sure I'm not showing you guys any like account details. So I'm logged in. Where do I go from here to see the leaderboard? Join today. I can't join the one today as full. I have to join the next one. So I'm here. Now what do I do? How do I see the leaderboard? Live competition? No. Ongoing? Like, okay, where do I put my mouse? What do I click on? So I can't see the leaderboard unless it's the one I'm in. Browse competitions, right? So this is the one that's live right here. How do I see today's leaderboard for the one going on right now? This is it right here. View details. Okay, view details. That's all I see. I don't want to see a fucking screenshot on Discord. I just want to find the actual live leaderboard here. Guys, I can't join it. Like, look. It says it's full. Oh, okay. Wait. That's weird. Okay, now I can see it. All right. But it won't let me compete. Oh, okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. All right. Wait, so... Featured traders. Oh, okay, okay. What is this inner circle girl? Trader Kane. Oh, so these are the traders and these are the first place. So this is the actual P&L, right? Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. So I want to see. So I have to just look here to see the competition. Okay. Load more rankings. Oh, nice. Okay. So, well, this is weird. What is this featured trader stuff? Oh, these are like, I guess they're superstars or whatever. I don't know any of these people. Why does Inner Circle Girl Trader mention twice? I don't know who any of these people are. So first place is like 3,000 bucks. Do we know anybody in the top 20? Are any of you guys in the top 20? I'm not entered into this one, so. Interesting. All right, thanks for helping me out, you guys. I love y'all. All right, we'll stay tuned to watching that one. All right. Fun and next. Let's ready to go. You see how when you break through the green, it has a hard time of losing the green. That's why there's no shorting up here for me. All right, baby. Let's go with this. Got some music because the leaderboard is live. I don't want to see a screenshot. I want to track to see which influencers are shitting the bed. That's all I care about. Let's see who's losing. These competitions are gonna be a great way to watch and see who really is good at this and who's not good at this. All right, let's give away 3 funded X 25K rapids, and we'll give away a bunch of my funded futures. How about that? Tanya down 900. Oh, it's live updates too. It's like per. Wow, so you can see people's actual trades in real time. That's pretty cool. I love this song. This is Rogue of the Lamb. I love it because it reminds me of Ghost. I just saw Ghost in concert. Were you inspired by Ghost to make this song? Pedro, got how? Gotta type something in chat, buddy. All right, Pedro, I see you, bud. Pedro, keep typing. It's gonna pick you up. I see your name. There you go. Awesome. All right. Might end the stream early so I can take a quick break and go down there and help him with the project before I do boot camp. Sean Coldfire, winner number 2. You guys are now, so FundedX Rapid account is by far the most purchased account with our code, hands down. FundedX Rapid is a 1 day to pass, 3 day to payout. You get small incremental payouts each time you make it. But 4 days to payout from start to finish, no activation fee, no monthly fee, no profit split. It's 100% zero. They don't take a split from you even so. So with that being said, the Rapid is the fan favorite account here at this place. It's great. And people love, they just love it because it's cheap. It's very cheap. It's 99 bucks for the cheapest one. Sean Coldfire, you got to say something, baby. Let's go, Sean. Let's go. Remington says, yo, what's up, baby? You're in the top 400? Let's go, man. Should I YOLO MOC and try to get to next day? Does only the top 10% continue? Or just take your $100? Wait. So only the top 10% continue. Wait, they kick out 90% of people after the first day? Are you kidding? Wait, they kick out 90%. Top 10 from each qualifier continue? Oh, no. I think that means by the end of the qualifier, not the end of the first day. I think that's the end of the qualifier. I don't think they knock out 90% each time. I would go double check the rules. I haven't read the rules. Yeah, I don't think they're going to kick out 90% on day one. That doesn't sound right, but I didn't read the rules yet. Is it a one-day event? Is it one day? I haven't read all the rules, so I don't know. Wait, it's a one-day contest? Wait. Are you kidding? Multiple-minded, what's up? It's a one-day YOLO event? What the fuck? Yo. That's pretty sketch. That is entirely sketch. Let's read the rules in a second. I want to double check this. If it's a one-day event, you got no other. I mean, you have no choice. Dude, this is the worst. If that's the case, this is the worst design competition I've ever heard of. You basically get one trade. That's a fucking coin flip on the first day. That's stupid. All 5 instruments up. So what all the instruments you can trade for? Because we're talking about this morning. S&P, NASDAQ. What else? Gold. Oil. 6E. Oh, wow. So basically, NASDAQ, S&P, gold, oil, and euros. You got to get all of them right to get. You just have to get top 10% to qualify. Dude, what a shit competition. I'm not gonna lie, this is by far like the worst. I'm gonna make a tweet about this, Cameron. You're the last winner. I'm giving away 4 of these, by the way. Man, how weird is that? Dude, dude, this contest is jacked, dude. Okay, that's stupid. That's it. Best YOLO win. So you have, if it's it, you have no other choice. You got to gamble on MOC. So here's what you got to do. MOC, you know, you essentially, that's it. I can't give you investment advice, but I guess it's a paper train, doesn't matter. So you got MOC coming up. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It might do both. You might get lucky YOLOing, closing out, flipping, jumping long again, and betting we stay above green. I don't know. Whatever pushes down is likely going to close here. That's also MOC in big bull days like this. How long is the main event? I haven't read. Well, let me do that after this. All right. So the winners of this, you guys, hold on. We got to double check what's going on with this thing. Okay, so here, Cameron Fisher, Andrew Hawken, Multiple Minded, Pedro Ganhao. All right, y'all the winners of this. Let me give you guys something else. This is a fun little thing. Let's do 3 My Fun and Futures accounts today. You guys got literally 30 seconds. It's a race in the clock. MFFU, get in. We'll give away some scale accounts really quick. Winners, you're going to do this. You got an hour. You need to go to my Discord. Link is in the description below. You need to have an account with My Fun and Futures or with Fun and X or whoever already made. Take a screenshot of your YouTube ID so we know that it's you from inside your account. Go to Discord channel, go to the contest channel and inside of our Discord, locate an admin named Slacks, send them all the information. I'll hook you up. I already heard that one today. All right. I know it's probably glitching out, but no, actually, no, this is about right. All right, that's it. I'm gonna spin it. Three winners for this.
Consistency, I talk liquidity, funds wide line, check the validity, lawyered up, posted docs online. Why you go so hard in the timeline? Fan pick side like a draft day pick. Flick like he said contract, I said sign it. What? He said wipe me down, wipe me down. Screenshot in, trade no spoof, wipe me down, no spoof. He want contracts, legal clout. Can't trade when it's real. Wipe me out, 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 wipe me out. Fog on the charts like Hamilton's.
Oh, I can't even hear what that is. That song is like so quiet. I don't even know. Let's play another one of the songs. Fraser! Oh, I didn't even see that. My brother Simon's today's winner. My dude. Excellent day. I know YouTube is weird with My Fun and Futures. I don't know if it's because it says FU. I don't know. Crypto game codes. All right, crypto. Congrats. All right, we'll do one more. 3. And Day Trading Wolf. All right, you guys heard the rules earlier, how to claim your prize. Got an hour to do it. You guys are gonna love the scale account. Now that you can do $6,000 payouts with those, it's crazy. And Simon, let's go, man. That's it, y'all. We're doing 3. We're doing just 8 today, or however many I gave away. 7, 8, whatever that was. All right. Mark's about to close. I got to prep and get ready for boot camp today. Double entry spotter. Wait. We had a double entry? Hold on. Wait, what? Hold on. Let's let Chat GPT. Hold on. Wait a minute. Maybe they asked the right thing. Hold on. I need duplicates. Hold on. Let me answer that again. Are there any names in that list that are similar to each other in spelling? All right. Let's see what we got. Here's the copycats in here. Robert Claypool, Andrew. No, these are all different people. All right. Victor. I knew Victor was hacking us. I knew it. Totally kidding. Just kidding. All right. No, it doesn't seem to be 2 in that list though. Or in GPT. When his name was drawn. So, okay. All right. So the spinning wheel is not actually happening. It's just a graphic. Like, I promise. When you see the spinning wheel, if you see the name twice, it doesn't mean it's like when it's scrolling through the names, it's just randomly playing random names. That's not who it picks. When you click the button, it likely just randomly picks a person. Then it does this for show. It's probably, it doesn't matter if you see your name or it stops seeing your name. Don't think that it has anything to do with what it picked. It's already picked it out. Like think of it like a programmer would. So is Day Trading Wolf on here twice or Crypto Games on here twice? Let's see. There's one. You might have seen it twice, but that doesn't, it just, the way that the wheel just picks random things, it's not like there's 2 entries. I don't see it on here twice. It's not on there twice. The double entries is true. Okay, let me tell you how this is likely works. When I click accept, immediately it chooses a winner. But then for dramatic effect, it just grabs some random names and does this just to make it seem like it's a wheel spinning, but it probably just already picks it and spits it out. There are 2 exact names, one down on the other. Like where? Here on this is the actual participants list. I don't see it. Yeah. Just letting you guys know, I don't see that name on here twice. And ChatGPT didn't notice it on there twice either. Yeah, and subs 2 is clicked, so you'll probably show the same name twice. But you could assume that I think that the spinning wheel thing isn't actually what it's just doing. It just picks 1 times 2. Yeah, and it might show them twice when you have sub X2 click. That does make sense too. You guys are right. Yeah. So, this thing is just for dramatic effect. I don't think the logic, if I was writing the logic to build a bot like that, my logic wouldn't actually spin a wheel and then once it slows down, end up on a thing. The logic would just be RNG, select a person from this list, and then second logic would be display. Grab 100 random names and then spool them like this and just show the display and then spit out the answer at the end. It wouldn't make any sense to code all that extra stuff to actually spin an actual wheel. You would just use an RNG in the simplest way to program it that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was, but you guys are being, no, they're being sleuths though. I appreciate you guys looking out for that. You know, we got to find the cheaters. Unfortunately, that one wasn't one of them. All right. You can check the JS of the script. Yeah, that's actually what you could do. It looks kind of analog. I mean, maybe. But I think we'd have to watch the stream. You have to see if it's spinning when it stops, when the winner is displayed. Was that winner actually spooling on the screen, or did the spinning just disappear and then it spits a winner? Somebody has to like freeze frame the stream. Do we have the answer? Like, does it actually scroll here and stop? Or does it like just create a scrolling animation and then replace it with the winner? You know what I mean? Well, now you have to like pause to see what the answer is. I don't know. That's what I'm just guessing. It's a lot more extra logic to actually draw a spinning wheel and select the name from there. No, I mean, you got to freeze frame it like exactly when it stops. Was that name partially on the screen and then on the screen? That's what I'm curious. Should do the duck race. That sounds fun. All right. Congrats to you guys winners. All right, market's closing soon. So, and the contest only starts at 9:30. Like, you can't trade the Ninja Trader contest overnight either. You don't get any option to trade overnight. You just got to wake up in the morning right when it opens and hit it. So, oh, Farina. Okay, so Farina confirmed it's actually a real spin. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. Bot tricks, yeah. It's only 8 hours. Weird. All right, Farina, see you later. Have a good day. All right, that's it, guys. MOC's up, so good luck to y'all. Man, the Tradeify contest is like perfectly designed. It's not jacked like the rest of them are. At least Pat's gave you like 5 days of trade. 1 day qualifier, like, I don't get it. What kind of short along at the open? Yeah, so you just got to basically like, you know, I'm going to tell you guys, Ninja wasn't thinking. Ninja was rushing to get ahead of Tradeify. This is what happened. I tell you what I know because I know what I know. The tournament idea, you know, was where Legends came through with the idea for... So Trade of 8 and Ninja Trader created the idea for tournaments. That's been around for a while. You can host a paper tournament with these guys. As early as like 2017, they came out with the technology for it. I hosted my very first trading tournament like back then. Only a few people were given the opportunity to do that. Matt had one. I had one. We did it for fun. Gave away prizes. And now the prop firm thing was there. And so now the prop firms are starting to leverage the technology. And Pat did one. Tradeify was planning to do theirs. And then Pat did one, do Legends. Tradeify was going to do theirs. And Tradeify, you know, was talking to the Ninja Trader people about setting it up. And then Ninja Trader came out of the blue with their own tournament spontaneously to beat him to the punch. That's the theory going around. That they wanted to be like front and center. Because remember, at the end of the day, they're all competing shows. in the morning stream, like Ninja Trader's got a show and TraderFi's got a show. So technically, while it's like Hershey's and Mars were like competing chocolate companies, Mars still bought its chocolate from Hershey for the longest time. So like TraderFi and Ninja are competitors in a sense that their shows competing for views. But also TraderFi operates under Ninja's umbrella. To be fair, Ninja runs a tournament every week. Oh, that I didn't know. Yeah, this big arena cup with big prizes sort of thing, like this publicized one. I feel like the timing of it, because they weren't announcing this until, because okay, so I knew when TraderFi's tournament was coming along. I knew for a long time because they met with me and talked to me about it way before they talked to anyone about it. I was the first person to know about it. They were like, "We're going to host this tournament. We really want you on board. It's not coming for a while. We're never going to announce it to anybody. We want to ask you what you think about it first before you even tell anyone and like see if we went." And I'm like, "Yeah, it'd be great." And you know, I kind of was like, "Here's some things you can do for it, make it fair." And then like weeks before, they started telling everybody, you know, this is the tournament, yada yada. And then like a week later, it was like Ninja's like, "By the way, surprise, giant tournament." So it was like, whoa, like their tournament's like a week before the other one. Out of the blue, like there was no mercy on that. But either way, the one at TraderFi is actually designed very well. Jade Cap is winning. I don't think so. I don't even see Jade Cap on here. Wait, the person that's winning is somebody named Zeb. Is that his name? That's the winner right now, Zeb. He was leading the superstars. Trader Kane didn't even enter. What the heck? Sebastian. His name is Kyle. I don't see him on here. That's weird. This tournament's jacked, man. Not even one day, not even more than one day you get the trade. They should do at least 5 days, you know, like. TraderFi just announced that all Project X trades will be reset for today. Dude, that's awesome of them, man. Project X has just been so unstable. Are any of you guys in the top 100 here? What a weird setup. I don't even know if a lot of y'all entered this. Most of y'all are doing the TraderFi one, which is great. I don't think a lot of y'all entered this one. This is really not Project X's fault. Wait, but whose fault was it? Was it AWS today? Oh, okay, I heard about that. So, but that's cool that they TraderFi is like hooking people up. That's really nice of them, you know. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, here's Jade Cap. There he is. He's number 64. All right. For me, yeah, no more trades today. Yeah, none for me today. Yeah, market close in a couple minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. The P&L pick here. Let me get a fresh P&L pick for y'all. There you go. I haven't touched the market since earlier, like essentially. since that last trade, probably like here. The last one I did was that one. I haven't done anything else. Just chilling. You saw ICT on the list. I think it was somebody that was claiming ICT like by their name, but it wasn't ICT. Like weird mindset YouTube ICT trader probably. Well, let's hope the next Monday is a nice bull day, huh? My strategy is to long. Well, statistically, yeah, P&L today on the screen. So whatever that is, add that up. $11, $12, $13, $14,000. So the strategy, at least so far, is Monday. I need to long at least half of the things, and if the market dips, long the other half, and then cross my fingers and hope I place in whatever the qualifying round is. If I long at the open and market rallies on a nice bull long up, I'll just YOLO all in. There's nothing else I can do. This is the straight up raffle, man. There's no strategy here. As long as it's bullish on Monday, well, I mean, we get a new VIX tomorrow night, so we'll get to see. Hopefully VIX will be in the clear. If VIX resets below triple B by next Monday, then that's good. I can just long at the open full port, YOLO the whole thing. Can you straddle? You have to scalp? Yeah. That's probably it. I might not even be able to just long and hold. I'll probably have to long to target, get out, let it dip 5 points on S&P, get back in, try to scalp a few extra points along the way. Maybe roll in and roll out. That might be a good strategy as well. Like have like my full port, and as the market goes up, take some off. As it dips, put it back in, let it go up. Yeah. Hopefully we get a day like that'd be nice. If we all took the same trades at the same time, we're all number one, that'd be kind of funny. It looks like everybody's just holding on till the end. Like nobody's liquidated in the first places. Oh, that's all right. Man, what a phony baloney qualifier. I'm disappointed in them. At least give them a week to trade. All right, guys, market's closed. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace. Boot camp in 10. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. I should tell them that. I have a meeting with Ninja Trader today, actually. Hold on. At 3:30. Oh, crap. Right in the middle of the boot camp. Yeah, I'm meeting with the Ninja folks and Anthony Credelli. I'll talk to them about this, but I'm sure they already know. Okay, we'll see y'all later.